My friend, it's rare that you meet great people in this life, people who know a bunch of things. A friend of mine here, Robert Burale, has come to Atlanta for his that time. Can you believe this is that time you've been here?
It's amazing.
Welcome.
It's like my second home now.
Yes. How is Jamhuri, as we call it here?
Well, it's a very tense year because of the elections.
I can imagine.
So we don't know how it's going to be.
Right.
And some of the leaders are speaking some things that are not very...
I know.
They don't inspire us with a lot of confidence.
We listen.
Yes.
We listen a lot. And can I give you some hope?
Yes.
Deep in my spirit, I think it's going to be good. And the next administration cannot but just be better than the one we have.
But also politics has split the church.
It has?
People are saying, the Lord has said it is this one, the Lord has said it is this one. What is your take on that?
I think my take is that we should be very, very careful not to play God.
Right.
I have heard, I'll tell you what happened here in the U.S. A few of the prophets started prophesying that Donald Trump will come back
Right.
as president.
Yes.
And they even talked about how God showed them that he's going to win. Easily. He did not win. What do we do? Or how do we explain that to
People.
Believers who trust us as church leaders? I'll be hesitant to endorse somebody and to give a decree to say, the Lord is going to make you win. Because, you know, when you are so quick to do that, it's like you're mocking God. Make sure, the question is, has God really spoken to you? And there are things that are said in private. Not everything needs to come openly. I think we lack wisdom. And I'm praying also, these temptations of handouts, that the pulpit has been compromised. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. No, I mean, it's been said all over. And you as a bishop, let me put you on the line. You are the leader as a bishop, but you're also the individual. If somebody comes and asks you, a member of your church, bishop, where are you casting your vote? As a leader, would you tell them?
As a leader, I won't.
Okay.
Openly, I won't.
Right.
As a leader, I'll say, I'm praying that God may appoint, anoint, and then lead us into that.
Right.
But I'll be very, very careful because of my position to come and declare, because if I declare this is my candidate, that may split the church.
Right.
There are things that are private, and it would be very wrong for any leader to really come and kind of almost manipulate people. That's personal.
Right.
I'll be very careful.
Right. Wow.
But now you are here in the U.S.
Yes.
We are so excited that you've been able to come.
Thank you, Bishop.
We've talked to our men, and they are so excited, even the youth folks.
Yes.
I was not there at the youth grouping. How did it go?
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, these young people were attentive, their hearts were open to hear. We asked questions, we danced.
Oh,
and
you
know,
did?
The parents were not here. It
Oh,
was just me and the young
man,
people.
I missed the
We
day.
danced, yes. I'm sure.
Could you keep up with their rhythm?
You know, to be able to talk to these young people
Yes,
who are being raised in a generation of overload of information,
right.
you have to know what they're doing.
Exactly.
So for me, I'm abreast with the dancing styles, the music, because they have to relate to you for them to listen to you.
How do you connect? How do you relate? I know they look at you, they think you're kind of an odd guy.
Yes.
What are the nuances? What do you do to connect?
Speak the language, say a
Their
few
language.
things. Yes, you have to speak the language.
Yes.
And maybe mention a few people, musicians, or movies that they think you may not know by looking at you. They're like, oh, so he knows all this. Telling them what's happening on Instagram, on Facebook. They're like, okay.
And not to tell them what's happening, but to even owning up that you're in those.
Absolutely. I even showed them, you know.
Yes.
We had a joke and one of them says, I have very many followers. And I said, how many do you have? He says, 5,000. So I removed my phone and I showed them I have close to 400,000.
Wow.
They're like, oh. So I was teaching them about identity. Don't let social media give you identity. You have 5,000 followers, you may think that's a lot, and then I've come with 300,000. And then there's somebody else who has 2 million.
Wow.
So I was telling them identity is in Christ.
Yes.
But we had a great time.
And even your outfit.
I had to, yes.
You had to dress
I mean,
like
if
them.
I,
Look
came,
at them.
if I came in a
In a
suit,
suit.
they would not listen to me. Like, okay, what is this old man wanting to tell us?
Right.
But you know, it was nice and easy, and I spoke their language, and we had a great time. And I've told them when they come to Kenya,
Yes.
they must look for me.
Can you believe how life has changed? When you look back at your life at their age,
Right.
the opportunities they have,
Which,
the exposure.
which I have told them as well.
Yes.
They have a lot of information. What they do with information can make them or break them.
Yes.
And I'm not telling them to avoid social media, but I'm telling them in the streets of social media, you will meet some not so good things.
Yes.
But you have to be sharp enough, vigilant enough to run away from it.
Yep. Because there's no adult will be there to see what you're seeing
Exactly.
at a particular moment.
Exactly.
When you look at the young people in Kenya, is it any different from these young people here in the U.S. In terms of evolution of technology and how they carry themselves out?
The information is the same. Well, social media has made the world a global village.
Mm.
But the difference now, Bishop,
Yes.
and allow me to say this,
Mm.
a teenager here
Mm-hmm.
may say they have their rights.
Right.
In Kenya,
Mm.
something small,
Yes.
we shall deal with you seriously.
Oh, yeah.
And you will not press 911 or something. And,
No,
and
no.
say, no. I think that's the difference. So here, because of development, for lack
Right.
of a better word,
Yes.
is to just make them understand responsibility and honor your parents.
Okay.
Yeah. In Kenya, we still have the thing whereby the village can raise the child.
Okay.
But here, you can press just one dial and the police on your door.
One of the things I heard that you hammered so well is the fact that the future is now,
Yes.
and what they do today will shape their
Absolutely.
destinies. Now, Kenya, over 70%, I hear, comprises of 35
And below.
and below.
Yeah.
How much, to what extent are our young people involved in electioneering, knowing that whoever gets there for the next 5 or 10 years, you know, must relate to the young people? Are they excited? Are they involved, or have they given up?
I think there's the dissolution.
Oh yeah.
We need to realize, if they realize that they have the power to elect the president and the governors because of their numbers, then they would use the power well. But I think the dissolution and the forces that be have made this very important constituency of people look away from trying to make political change. So we are busy with social media, we're busy with nightclubs, we're busy with those things.
Right.
When it comes to elections, very few people can stand in the line for 4 or 5 hours.
Wow.
They would say, I would rather go on my Facebook and just get the updates, as people are saying,
Wow.
as opposed to being, sometimes when you look at the lines, you see much older people lining up for hours to vote. Yeah. So we need them to have a mind shift
Right.
to understand that the power is in us.
Yes.
And when they realize that, then they can decide the future of our country.
Wow. Wow.
But also, Bishop, there's hopelessness,
Yes.
no jobs. So people are like, you know what? This is not a priority.
And the thing is, because what has been promised out there in the political campaigns, I think people think it's the same old story. And the big question we have, what makes a leader and what makes a leader believable? And correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of people don't know about the ideologies. They don't know what some of these leaders believe in,
Yes.
because they keep shifting goals. Am I right to say that what we lack in Kenya's leadership is moral compass?
Yes. Absolutely.
It's issue of moral. It's not whether people are not educated. It's just people have no moral.
It's a moral compass, and that's something that we need to deal with. And the spiritual leaders must come forcefully and try and guide
Exactly.
the country back to the straight and narrow. You understand? But also, what we are struggling with is tribal bigotry.
Right.
I don't care about your values as
Yes.
long as you're from where I come from.
Exactly.
You're guaranteed my vote. We need to get to a place where people will say, You're my tribe. I don't like your ideals. There's somebody who is your opponent. I
Right.
like their ideals. I connect to them. I will vote.
Yes.
But we still vote on tribal lines, and that is something, Bishop, that we need to deliver our minds from.
Yes.
That I will pick my candidate based on their values, their ideals, and what I think they have in store for the future of the country.
Yes.
Not because I'm Luya, you are Luya. That's all I need to know.
I know.
Yes.
It's unfortunate.
And
It
that's
is
where
unfortunate.
tribal leaders, church leaders, politicians, mentors must come and try and shape the mind of the upcoming generation so that in another 5, 10 years, we have run away from tribal bigotry.
Exactly.
Yes.
I have last thing to let you know.
Yes.
There is hope.
There is hope.
I see a time coming when a new generation will emerge that will not subscribe to that. May God help us so that we become bridges to bridge between the old and the new. Believe with the young, as you told the young people,
Wow.
and start shaping them now. Not for the next year, but 4 years to come.
Yes.
Prepare them now and change the narrative. It's not the man that speaks, the moral compass, and have what I may call Obama moment. When in this country, Obama, you know very well that his father came from Kenya.
Yes.
He did not have money. He was young. He was from, somebody said he was not even born here, but he had the favor of the Lord and the favor of human
Capture
people.
the imagination.
He didn't have a lot of money. We can do that. And I have some formula that I'm not going to say it now. I'll tell you that in private because I'm still praying about it.
Right.
There's a solution. There is hope for Kenya. Don't give up. We are so happy that you could come to the U.S.
No, thank you for
It's
having me.
always a joy when you come. You know why I love your ministry? You don't fake it. Your life is an open book,
Yes.
and you offer it to whoever who wants to learn
I believe in
from
being
their life.
For you to change lives, you have to be authentic.
Yes,
And our scars
right.
are the reason other people will be healed.
Wow. Can you say that again?
Our
Our scars.
are the reason other people will be healed.
Wow.
So our scars have medicinal value. Yes.
And so many of us want to cover the scars
We want to look perfect.
because when you make them open, you are afraid of judgment,
Yes.
dismissal,
Yes.
and having no attention. We thank you for the courage
Thank you, sir.
to dare say, yes, these scars
Yes.
will be somebody's remedy. Ladies and gentlemen, life coach Robert Burale from Kenya, an inspirational speaker, a man who says as it is. If you ever meet him, you will thank God that you did. See you in the near future. God bless and keep safe.
Wow.